This meeting is being held in compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, and advertised in the Register and bulletin board downstairs, all official for social media. I ask for those who are here in attendance, who have a cell phone, please make sure it's on silent. If you need to speak to somebody while council is conducting their business, please do so outside of council chambers. And as you can see, we have a busy agenda this evening, so we'll get right into it. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Here.
Mr. Williams?
Here.
Morales? Here. Mr. Carl?
Yes.
President?
Here.
And Cornell.
Thank you. We'll start with the public portion of the meeting. Anyone from the public who wishes to speak on any topic, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Yes,
We are the 211 St. James Island. I'm not going to talk about the subject of incineration. As you may know, Merchantville and most of the other municipalities in Cambridge County send their municipal waste to the co-landfill incinerator. I'm not sure that you're all aware. Basically, 99% of Merchantville's waste is delivered to the incinerator. Incineration is probably the most leading way to manage waste or to produce energy. Production of electricity at this convention facility. There are 3 incinerators in the immediate area. One in Canyon, one in Chester, and one in Conshohocken, all run with this company. Incinerators produce greenhouse gases, which are bad for climate change issues. They also release toxins into the air, lead, mercury, nitrous oxides, other harmful chemicals. They spew the particulates around the nearby areas surrounding the incinerator, which traditionally incinerators have been built with disadvantaged chemicals. The Merchantville Airport is actually very important. One thing to note is that the incinerator in Camden produces over 50% of the pollution in Camden County caused by industrial. Over 50% in Camden County. The air quality in Merchantville has reports from the State Department, which I think is the air quality in Merchantville is actually quite good. We are breathing unhealthy. And Camden and all of the towns surrounding have very unhealthy. Foster City, with the salt and Merchantville, all a very poor air quality compared to the state line. So not only do we have environmental issues, climate change posing incineration, the greenhouse gases produced, but the product of the incineration is it's toxic. It has more condensed form of the toxic when it has all been run into a small space. I don't know if you know what's done with that ash. So when you dump the ash in the landfill, then it's subject to the wind carrying it. It's subject to the rain washing it down into the soil, could potentially affect water supplies. Sustainable organizations have been recognizing that incinerators are protecting the environment far worse than humans. For all these reasons, incinerators are on the decline in the United States. There used to be over 120 incinerators, but are now less than 80. And there has not been a new one built in the United States since 1990. They're on their way out. The Covanton, in particular, is when it has its intended age, it's going to end up not being able to run much. So the reason I'm here tonight is to say, we can do better than some of the movements, transformation, trying to develop zero waste policy. And the goal is to be zero waste, we start reducing waste. Composting, recycling, reusing, repurposing, repackaging. There are so many issues with the packaging materials that lead to more. New York City has just implemented a composting program across the entire city. So we can do them. They can do it. Other towns can do it across the country. I read the article recently, and I might forward it to all. Really inspiring article about town of Hyde developed a composting program for $25,000. They started at the elementary school teaching the kids what gets composted, what gets recycled, what gets thrown in the trash. They don't go to the landfill. And they found that when the population ended up doing all the compost, they see it wasn't and this waste as the trash weighs so much less because you take a heavy part of the trash for the stuff that's composted. So when you eliminate that from the municipal waste contracts will cost it. So one thing that we have been trying, I've been part of a couple of different groups. Green Control. I'm also in a group called Caring Team, trying to figure out a better way to develop a cleaner way of developing the area of not doing incineration. And we're trying to convince the county, all the municipalities in the country, say, have elected to have the county manage their contracts with municipalities, and the county has one of them. I've been to commissioners meetings. Commissioners lament Covanta is the way that we take commitments. They don't like it. When we put this out to bid, nobody else bids in the contract. It's the only bidder in the contract. One of the things that our groups are actually county commissioners to do is trying to develop a different way of looking at life. One is that 2 hours. One is not. Because the feeling is that nobody wants to bid on these contracts. They don't want to put time record into developing the response to the proposal because they even get a bid. Okay, consideration of costs. But without having landfills or other options, we don't really know what the returns are going to cost. So we're trying to convince the county commission. Look at another way of doing this. Develop 2 RFPs, one that allows for incineration, one that doesn't allow incineration, and see what sort of information you get, what sort of proposal you get. You can then weigh your options. So we've developed a draft resolution. Dorothy Foley is here. She has the resolution that she's going to make. Once that the council consider this resolution, asking the commissioners to consider an alternative plan than just for an incineration proposal. One of the other things we're asking is we're going to get commissioners to hire a zero waste consultant just to give them some guidance. So, that's what I'm here for tonight. Trying to say, we can do things. We've got alternative use, or we can take this.
Thank you. It does seem like that might be something that should go through the green team here, and we have that mechanism, and put a plan together that should be used through the green team and come to us. That'd be great.
I know you have Dorothy Foley, Tintin Westminster. And that is really happy agendas and we're trying to do it. The Green Team has talked about this and it's in the context of larger sustainability organizations that we're part of. This issue has come up and is at the forefront because I don't know if any of you are aware, but the plant of incinerator is 31 years old. The average age of an incinerator in the United States is 24 years old. So it is past its useful life. They just submitted in, I think it was in July or October of 2022, 3 permits to New Jersey. One is for their Title V operating permit. The other is a permit to burn with industrial waste. That is one way, that is probably the only way, to extend the life of this incinerator. The flow that's going into the incinerator is really important for them to get a lot of stuff. It's kind of like the opposite of where we want to go. We don't want to have this supply that is needed to make this corporate entity profitable, right? We want to reduce, we want to use, we want to recycle. And part of the Inflation Reduction Act is giving us a lot of money to do that. So we're trying to urge the county to go in that direction. Now is the time. Even, but if the DEP actually permits, that is kind of like a rubber stamp kind of thing, from what I understand. What's going to happen is this incinerator is going to be in operation for another maybe 9 years. So eventually we're going to have to go somewhere else with that trash. So we're just saying, let's do it now when there's money out there from the federal government to support us doing so. So this is a resolution that Kansas has put together, and we're trying to get it out to municipalities, explain what's behind it. It's simply to urge the county commissioner to pursue a zero waste policy in their waste management program. And also, like Joe said, put out an RFP that's actually going to get numbers that will tell us, okay, landfill is not the best. Of course, it's going to be going in landfill instead of injury. But what is possible, because apparently they aren't getting any bids from landfill, so they don't really know how much to do it. So we're just asking them to do that and to pursue a zero-based policy, looking toward the long terms and believe in the future. We want to do it now, especially given the fact that the incinerator, it's probably going to be in operation for a little while longer, but not more than 6, that the next 9 years is what we're saying. Anyway, so here's the resolution. If you could take it, a minute in the next, between this meeting and the next meeting, take a look at it and see if it's something that you can consider or not. You let the DEP know. It is something that the DEP has signed off on several letters to the county commissioners, urging them basically, this very thing that's in the resolution, and also to the New Jersey DEP, because it's a huge environmental justice issue. It's an environmental justice issue, and given the process that they have gone through in the hearing process, it's been very unfair. And there was a letter sent to the DEP urging them to at least consider the spirit of the environmental justice law that was passed in New Jersey. It isn't on the books yet, but we're going to consider the spirit of environmental justice law that hopefully will be lost soon, and to extend the comment period, to have hearings, and consider the other side, because the hearing that they had was probably like a opportunity. They didn't have anybody presenting the other side, which only had the Vanta's perspective. So you guys just amongst yourselves and maybe take between now and next week.
When did the next into?
So I had scheduled it for the so I was actually thinking about it. Would you like me to bring something up at the meeting?
It's just, I was wondering if you were going to be able to, if you would respond in time for the next meeting.
Well, yeah, you can let me know.
Okay.
It's a lot of times I would just email you. Thank you. Hello, Madam Department, 11 Maple Terrace. I'm not sure exactly the best way to go about requesting this, but I was wondering if there could be focus and first. Center Street goes right up, right next to it. As you know, that's a big traffic. I've lived at the house for 22 years, and there's a lot of like pedestrian safety and that needs to be addressed around there. Specifically, focus and Maple Terrace, there's no stop sign. So when you're turning right off of Center Street, it's like, and they come pretty hard down the street, so I don't know what the exact process is to request a stop sign or speed bumps, but I figured I'd bring it up here for, just as in, something to apply, and then not to.
King Floyd Place.
Oh, great, good.
Mr. McQueen, you work with the chief and the city, 2 municipal roads, so I'm not sure that's, I think it's such a good stuff, how you done?
Yeah,
We could put, stop sign in if we thought it was one, so.
You're talking intersection.
right, yeah.
Yes, so,
I think if you download it, there's another stop sign,
yeah, no,
about 2 blocks down. I think there needs to be another one, just based on my personal experience of crossing Locust, and I know some of my neighbors as well. To figure out the flag not for everyone here. I'm going to take advantage of it.
I also knew that there are a lot of children who walk to school from that junction.
Yeah, we all, yeah. Yeah, there's a great crossing guard at the center and look, they're amazing.
I'll make sure to stay.
It's wonderful. Yeah, that's everybody. But yeah, it's like thing that I look at the neighbors very especially, even like after the crossing guard, there's still kids and people like me walking my dogs and trying to cross the street going downtown. And it's pretty, you know, and I was over here from Philly, so I don't get it lately. I'm like, you know, so I don't know, you know, it's from the pretty years and thank you so much. So our one of our top centers. I just wanted to update on the parking meters outside the street, rather than the flashing sale, if I people come in, towards it, I always order, but if you meetings go to business meeting, we're told you're checked again. So I just wanted any updates on those, I don't have to, if the phone not working and it's probably
We are not replacing meters, we are not fixing the meters, it is cost prohibitive, we are, should be. We're both shaking the head. We might have information on this. We're going to go to the QR system for the area for parking, so that it's easier and rather than spend all the money that we normally would in capital expenses to replace meters, put a sticker on them.
We're purchasing signs, we're ordering the stand, and we've met with the company, and we're going to begin the process of getting QR codes for that. Determining how many signs we need, how many codes we need, when we would hold the parking meters, and then having to update.
You don't know what the timeline is yet.
We just have to wait for the code and the sign. And when they come in for early. We're going to go like, it's all, yeah, money.
Let's see what the timeline is, and we'll come to it. Absolutely. Any other members of the public? Hearing none, we'll close the public portion of the meeting and we'll move into the presentation for the tax grant project. Thanks for sitting here. Come on up. Get your names and go right ahead.
Hey, Mayor Mike McClellan here from CD Associates from a partner firm. For about 4 years, I think, something like that. I have with me, Tom Patterson from the local Leo firm. And I'm going to present the housing. little about the project, basically, it's a transportation, transportation, project, by federal money to the power to we work with department basically behind. What's happened today is we have flooders and fire basically coming. The program is the department, the final one, the thank you for the work, we appreciate it. Right on the goal is to do your regular early one, kind of do the regular going to schedule. So, this is a question, I'll ask this to Patterson, continue with the power.
Go ahead with the PowerPoint, and any questions made. Okay,
So as Mike said, my name is John Patterson, I'm the associate, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the pedestrian street project. So as part of the NJDOT Transportation Alternative Program, the program's federal aid to provide funding to non-traditional projects such as this. The goal is to strengthen cultural, aesthetic, and environmental aspects of surface transportation. They usually include design and construction of on-road and off-road trail facilities for pedestrians, bicyclists, and other non-motorized forms of transportation. Funding from the grant fund design services as well as construction. So the project goals for the Merchantville pedestrian street are to provide pedestrian facilities downtown to promote foot traffic, to improve pedestrian facilities and roadway crossings, as well as create a comfortable downtown area with heating, lighting, and landscaping. You can see some of the images are similar pedestrian streets in other parts of the country to show the landscaping, places to sit, things like that. For this project, some of the improvement features include lighting improvements, seating, and landscaping on the new pedestrian pathway, as well as the fire strip with seating, bike racks, and improved pedestrian crossing to public parking, including updating signing inspections and a raised crosswalk. So you can see the example of the raised crosswalk with the striping on the roadway there. We're going to be including string lighting over the walkway, similar to the picture right there. And then some of the landscaping improvement, like a brick wall planter that'll have seating as well, shown up there. And these are some of the fire pit and seating area concepts. It'll be a gas-powered fire pit with built-in seating areas, sort of like a brick wall that you can see here or built in over there. It'll also have additional area for other seating, like lawn chairs that the public can bring themselves. And the fire pit allows for public gathering in the newly improved downtown district. So you can see some of the examples here: a covered fire pit, seating, open area to bring chairs, things like that for the public to gather. So this map shows the location of where the project is going to be. It's in between South Center, East Chestnut, and East Park Avenue. Just kind of like that here. So this plan right here shows some of the details of the construction, and I'm going to go through this rendering here that shows
We also have boards in there, around your blue, there's also a detail on features here and what the
If anyone from the public would like to come up and look at the boards, you can do so during the presentation. Okay.
Thank you. So starting South Center Street, the entrance coming in here, you have bollards to protect from cars that are removable for emergency access. On this entrance, there's a bike rack, as well as cafe style seating. You can see the brick wall planters in the middle that allow for seating. Sure. So South Center Street is on your left here. East Chestnut is north, and then East Park Avenue is on your southeast. So we're coming in from the west side on South Center Street, moving east.
The left side.
So here's South Center Street. This is one entrance here. This is East Park Avenue along with an entrance here, and then here's East Chestnut Avenue on the north with an entrance here. I think I'll leave it to the pointer. This might be better, right? If I just go like this. So going from South Center Street, moving east across, we have the bollard as well as the bike rack. These right here are cafe style seating, so it'll be 2 chairs and a table inside. These represent the brick planters around the outside where you can sit. These are the string lights that are gonna hang across the promenade walkway area. There's more landscaping as you go along. Here's an access road to the parking lot that are also blocked off by removable bollards for emergency access. As you continue to go along, moving east, you have more decorative seating, more landscaping. Moving along here, right in the middle of the pedestrian street is going to be a statue of sorts, a metal statue. And then down here in the lawn area is the fire pit with the seating. So that'll be sort of the center point of the pedestrian street. And then if you move south down to East Park Avenue, you have another bike rack. And here is the improved crossing with ADA compliant ramp, flashing beacon pedestrian signs to warn cars of pedestrians crossing the street, as well as the raised crosswalk. And then going back in and moving up, we have the improved lighting and the luminaires as you move up. And then you exit in the north with another bike rack along with the connection to the existing merchant building. And along the outside, you have this from the future development with either commercial or residential buildings that will line the pedestrian street.
Correct. As of right now, we're still working on the context for the, but
Yep. And that's most of what I have. Is there any questions?
Does the town include the Washington Park Avenue?
some of, the streetscape elements on Park Avenue, are going to be included in this TAP grant. And at the same time, Camden County is designing improvements, including widening of Park Avenue for parking, you can see along Park Avenue, and to create a more safe environment in that area. And some of the street improvements will be included under the county plan, some will be the TAP grant. We actually were reached out last week by representative of PSMS, which is the company that's doing the design in the county. And we're going to be having a meeting with them later this month. We're moving forward and see a meeting, and we're going to make sure that everybody's on the same page with regards to design elements and construction elements that they're responsible for. You can see in the streetscape improvements on either side of the street. Some of those are county, some of them are part of it.
And we have like control, raise crosswalk this time.
Yeah, I mean, I just, yes,
We wanted that safety feature.
maybe not as much as.
As much as we are.
Yes.
Great thing to have.
I also think that that part of it. Yes, we agree. Yes. That's the intent, just so everybody knows the Verizon lot, which is on the other side of that pedestrian walkway there, is what's intended to be restriped, under additional capital improvements to the borough or developer, and then be utilized as a parking area to come into the pedestrian walkway and walk downtown. And it's probably not, it's somewhere, calculation of that. Right now, what with that, walk ramp, the fire station, and then that turn work for this part. I know already when they get that swing out, they come really close to the existing curb line park. And so the parking spaces, that would be the key. So we those. We'll make it. I don't know this. Other questions from council? This.
Yeah, so on North Center, if you're, it's not sort of actually, we have some of the sort of leisure set, one on the north side. And we're kind of forced to see that building, that's an interesting foot there. But they're not trying to see it right up, it's small.
Usually the bank. I don't know that it would be necessary for the simple reason again that on the other side of the bank building is going to be all in this space, part of the space.
Okay.
They're going to have more.
And that's what I just wanted, and I wanted the north side too for other businesses.
I think that that's a public space for people to sit and.
That's, I wish that, again, I thought process, but the outdoor, if they're gonna have all the outdoor seating on one side, putting outdoor seating up there, with the t-shirt style seating, would be better. Actually, the open area with the fire pit, because where it's all that activity is the areas of the people isolate the restaurants and putting all the energy between the supermarket and you know, having that I love it. Maybe change up the resources and be. I think. Or I think that's all the right thing to do for the time.
What's up with the green space? I think you realize that there's still the green space.
That's what we thought, the concept was it would be, sometimes it's referred to as a wall, a great wall, folks in town can get together, through the fire, and maybe there's public, presentations, there's all kinds of things, but we had to use that here.
I think that that's a place where we maybe concerts, and that's something that, again, we talked about. I was on the phone with, Senator Perez, the other day, and we discussed potential options for this, that art space. I said I needed to understand a little bit better how large the space was, to get my mind around it.
Well, that's why I was asking for stuff from like, but, you know, I'm picturing it as an empty field right now. But how can it be utilized that is a way to utilize it for fill events, that is benches and, that can be separate, that's conversation.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah,
Really not as large as the team, right?
It's not,
it's not.
but it's also then, just you can use the space, it's a way to use it for, when there's not any formal events or popular. That's something to think about outside of this.
What we found with this is you get this, somewhat of an idea of something place. It's sort of open, keep the decision short.
Question about the planters, but we have the.
Sure.
Proceeding, where are they negotiating?
So that's these two right here, are the planter / seating area. And then these along here are just regular decorative benches.
And the seed proposes on the fire.
Yeah, these right here in some form will be seating.
The pedestrian street is terminating on the bike path in Chestnut or going to the present?
Yeah, it's right, that's right. No, that shows where it's tying into the existing bike path.
Question? And not that I want to find the public to speak, but there will be a stakeholder meeting that will be as a result of. This is step one, the final design phase. Come in and meet with council and show them what they have, get some feedback here, but they're, like, we want to talk about sort of.
Yeah, part of our charge and we do the project is to have a public hearing to go over and present the project to the public. Which probably be another couple months to get more design done, get a little more information. We'll come back to study meeting up the meeting of the council chambers to present the project. to you. That's why I think one of the comments is
Way close to 3 feet, but isn't the option for the alternative. That would help. This will help. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
and then there's just one last slide, to just show some of the examples. Some of the example planters, lights, decorative lighting benches, the brick pavers and the railroad ties that are being lining, and other examples. Fire pit, field planters, things like that, just to kind of get an image of how. This could be the next one.
Like we will say, I mean, this is going through SHPO, State Historic Preservation Office, and there are design elements which are linking it back to the history of that being the rail area. And some other design elements that are going to be incorporated that have been approved. I mean, that's just, you know, from a timing perspective, that's been some of the delay, I don't want to call it delay, but that's part of the process, the federal process. And so that's why it's taking a little longer than because part of those, that's part of it. And it's seriously, modern picture. Is right to leave some of the boards? I do, yeah. Okay, just one. Great. All right, thank you, John.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you all much. We're gonna clean it back. Oh.
You're right. You're right. I'm worried about that.
Next on the agenda is another presentation this evening from the Canvas collection operation. Come up. Let's do the law.
Canvas collection is being set up Canvas week on Sunday, 28 to 33, also known as 27 block 22 on the borough of Richmond. It's not, spot was located in the E1 zoning district. Spot and this weekend is the condition of two representatives here with me this evening. I have Arthur Henry and Ali Thierry from Canvas collection, who will describe a little bit, do a brief overview of Canvas collection today. And also, I'll hand out an overview on the type of retail establishment they want to set up this issue. So we'll proceeds to go forward and we'll explain a little bit. We'll get this out.
First of all, thank you so much for having me tonight.
Don't mind, towards everything.
Thank you so much again for having me tonight. I think it's very positive to be able to present the project. It's nice to see what you guys going on. But we have about 10 years to kind of get education development experience here. And I'm going to what we know, we have to just start from about 15 minutes.
built a business plan here and there, a couple of different sectors in the industry, and it's always been a falling down on the sector and more so the hospitality area, especially that doesn't have to really exist too much. So what is the question? We're kind of trying to, my goal is to bridge the gap, bridge the connection between we have an existing beautiful standardized regulatory system to control the state and country level. Keep it exciting and maybe create some new standards that are innovative to the industry while we can talk a little bit more about the
The money department, Henry, and the CPA, but also have some real litigation experience in the state. In those, but I want to go and say the food, and for those who the bondable, and now we have chance to really fully understand. We have this particular project, is we'd like to have a dispensary location, as well as a consumption lounge, right next to it. If you look at the drawing, the right side will be the left side will be the dispensary location. We've also taken, go to page 3 of those drawings, kind of our security plan, which is really, important. I know that the community that we're trying to get involved in. So if you look at that last page, the way that our deliveries would occur, that alley, right to the far right of the building, allows us to back a van to the alley between our building and the building. I believe there's a doctor's office there now. And through that alley, you can actually see the police department. That is actually where we'd be taking our deliveries in full view of the police department. And then from there, all of the inventory would be heavily controlled based on key cards who have access to our vault. The POS folks will not have access to our inventory. The POS folks out front would just be responsible for selling the product, and then we have separate employees that would work in the fulfillment area to bring that out. So we don't have a bunch of people going back and forth to our vault, and things get a little squirrely there. So we want to make sure that we come in and make sure that everything is done securely, that the HVAC is sufficient to reduce any and eliminate any smells that you might associate with cannabis. It'll be like we're not even there, and we'd be like we'd be operating another business. There wouldn't be any smells coming out. I've worked in the legacy market, know a lot of legacy guys. The whole purpose of an underground grow back in the day was don't get caught. So we've got a lot of ways to ensure that those smells don't come out and affect the population. We're also making sure that we have enough space so that we don't have a whole bunch of lines outside. We want to be as low. We don't want to affect the community at all in that first way. Too, but then most communities bring apart the lines, right, and smells. So, but we have solutions for both of those things. This is not the first we have been part of putting together, and between myself and Kelly's experience and some of our other financial partners, we are in a really good position to produce. Once this thing's up and stabilized, about 130,000 of the a year, thanks to the municipality, just on the gross receipts, 50% of the gross receipts. So, that's kind of what we're doing. We see the value, and what's coming to the town is the value of the town. Council members, any questions on this? I don't think it's something, are you guys looking for a letter of support? What do we?
Not the same, the same, just something.
But ultimately, what are you looking for? Letter of support? And then through the process, get the appropriate license from the state. Go through the funding process.
So we plan on hopefully having our zoning implementation by the end of the next month, and obviously we can move it for March is.
Council,
So you're looking for two separate steps, if the thing that was simply to allow consumption and then expenses. Operating.
So as per your municipal township agreement, I know we have a class by retail businesses, obviously with the uncertainty in. So the car line, we're still waiting on consumption allowance from the state. As soon as I'm like, their idea of what they want to see happen, and then we're kind of stop all the having very depending on how we're going, depending on the regulations of the state and stuff, that's going to come in. Which are not good for it, moving forward, maybe kind of you guys are looking for that, but an issue.
I think it was supposed to be.
we did very recently, so I don't know if the rules came out.
Yeah, it's separate,
Okay.
you can't purchase.
Right, but it's gonna be from your dispensary. Entering outside of material, it's gonna be from that dispensary, so they're they're tied, pretty heavily to each other.
I was wondering if they would.
Right. There's a couple of different, revenue generating strategies. Really, we're focused at this particular moment on the discussion, right? That's where we're focused, on, as the regulations come out, we got to look at the from the state, will build out the consumption management. But we wanted to talk about it because that's a separate application, that a license that would also entitle, you guys to 2% on those proceeds.
Council, other questions? The only question I had, when I look at the plans, I see that you're interested in using both force in this plan. How many jobs do you anticipate that are going to be here? Looks like there's office space, there's a VIP lounge, there's a lounge for staff. Between the retail, consumption lounge, and then I guess it's the back office that you plan on having here, or what am I looking at?
Actually, that top floor, the right hand is, it is more the consumption lounge dispensary, supporting that. The other half is just office rentals, right? So we will be bringing in other leaseholders to. Up there. But on our dispensary side, we are limited to 10 employees, right? But I think on the consumption lounge side, we're probably looking at another 15 employees, bed staff and that kind of stuff to staff that correctly.
All right, what I would ask, I guess, is council take a look at this. I don't know if there's any other discussion that council would like to have at this time, but we have a meeting on the 27th. See if we can get it on the agenda for that time to have an additional discussion on it. And then I would imagine if there's going to be a resolution that support that would be in the March 10th. March 13th, March 13th, from the timeline. Is that fair, council? And also to go through the process. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Oh,
I'm
sure.
sorry, just in an ideal world, possible, what is your timeline with, construction, how much construction, work, based on?
If everything goes for like timeline wise, August is what we like.
Thank you. All right, thank you. I appreciate your time. Any other recommendations? We'll move to the engineer. Please,
Mr. Mayor. Believe, move forward on the fiscal year 2023, and really kind of the street. We provided a proposal to update the which is a formal inclusion from the Supreme. And provided a list of all the on the timeline, and finds the water. And then some of the financial risk that we want to receive an order to the course of the last. So we'll walk through this, you know, so right now, the passion, I guess, is pretty much, I didn't know this was one of the April, but I'm going to be kind of I'm going to sure that we change our momentum. We completed the foot inspection for our hall first. Representing the call out. Thanks for everything. To take permission of the installation and notice that this is a registration. We in discussions with police people, we look into other information on things that we should be upstairs. We can see they can put that.
When you start on your red office for the meeting this week, Mr. Rosanna will be concerns. Otherwise, we're already pushed us, we're through,
We're looking at just kind of closing up front of it.
okay. So it's a long one, and we can maybe some additional things associated with maybe Sean's. There's also the version of the seven. But through NPWC, so I think we will share association. No, just, okay, so, can you call, Rich Stafford at NPWC, figure out exactly what he needs, or if you get a call on that? That he says, it's really good, say, how can solve it, look like, according to the evaluation. Okay, so he'll be able to tell you what you need.
Yeah.
We did, that's what we're waiting to do. The install of the screen. This is for monitoring.
Just monitor.
Not sure.
This is the version of this. It's a spotter. We need a shared service with the
That's what I was wondering. I wasn't sure why. Both.
And we feedback on.
Right. Because it's a, we have people already monitoring all their wells, they have to add it in.
I was not aware of the monitors work certain things.
Correspondence. Council reports. Mr. Woods.
Thank you, Ron. I will be brief. Quick update from the Safety Commission. This week, they'll be submitting their New Jersey Virgin Forestry and Public report, along with reapplying for the recently. And I will, I guess, return to the point where we do the forest. For briefly, it's related to the environment, if the plans to fall to that, for
Maybe. I don't know. Well,
And there will be members more than ready on the organization. A great presentation for them, I don't know, offer to train, organization, to train. For the.
Meeting, but not, like, it's not the. But the.
Mr. Fisher.
Actually, from the DPW, unfortunately, we did, one of the crew, we have now benefit into, two full-time employees, the owner, currently was 24, the third, and then from the Steve, hopefully, is on it as long as we want to do. It's a company, from the trash collection standpoint, we're still struggling with dumpster issues in the downtown. Business owner, was part sort of personal connection to the dumpster, once we screwed everything. And, to keep them again, there has been discussions across a few groups, whether it's going to be the contact to the business owners and the model of the shares, it's supposed to be the same. So I think this is something we're going to have to do, we're going to have to involved in the special presentation. The area we want the position of the dumpsters is going to have to change something that's getting actually done. What it is, sure. From the communications and Ms. Howley, we do know were a couple of issues on bottom. That we can, I think, especially we know there are results of some issues, so still working on those. If we have an issue, then we want to come in and bring them to the solution. Virtual is a professional association that performed meeting for the first. They did confirm positions within the organization, communications president. So also for hoping any from those changes, communication group will improve and workflows, communication will work better than before.
Anything else, John, Mr. Strong?
Not which will fire it, it falls on this one, but coming from the shade one, it's like 3 total 6 a year. And for this to run this is two years. We'll note that the line so assume share to access that is a commission for some on spring, 3 weeks. 3-week process. There's a number of junior firefighters, again, for support on those, there's 4 main members, long-term members, In terms of fire prevention, certificates, for the person with complaints, regional inspection, still to the sign, which for instead of 2 years. After January, school year, as an issue. And 27.
Quick question on five, and you might know this with Mr. Furman. I know that there are volunteer fire members in a difficult approach recently, and a number of, not just members. And when I was speaking with the chief, he indicated that he was going to some. Any idea where we are on that?
Yeah,
What our numbers are? Yeah, where are we?
The numbers I can tell you about. The numbers we see before we were, they're not. Because some of the members, somebody didn't ask me about that. So our numbers for coverage was. But obviously. So, yeah, at the top. I think it was. Usually the next one. We should not, you might want to do this.
I mean, what I saw, what just recently happened, with Farrington and Heights, and one of those two departments. I mean, clearly, things are moving in that direction. But those are. More so than. So I just, long term.
Yeah, I mean, we got to keep the numbers up, the numbers are more. For those, public person. They could, some volunteer, everybody's on the table on there. So it's really gonna make it, it's still. Yeah, which one is, the one that just.
Yeah, just recently volunteered to join and.
But I think. But, yeah, I think this. One more number.
Okay.
And maybe for next month, I mean, it's time to get a discussion. Hopefully have some values. Ordinances maybe. What's the number?
I mean, just a way, you were, we actually. All the end.
Yeah.
We're going to have a patient to. It's just.
We somebody.
Thank you, Your Honor. Richmond Police Department for the month of January. First, I want to thank everyone, for the presence of the police department for the public meeting was good. The new organization, update Officer Al Scott, the most recent officer, continues his training, and should be fully on force coming in March. I do not have all the monthly statistics for January. But we did have, again, 116 triple-digit positive engagements, officer-initiated interactions with members of the community. The chief continues to do extensive training with the police department. She has over 1,100 hours scheduled in the calendar year. And this is not just the mandatory state training, but other training that we think is critical to the department, highlighting de-escalation training, which is a very important one that he's working to make sure every member of the department receives. Lastly, in the month of January, the police department was awarded a 1,610 while intoxicated drink. Officers, will be scheduling having in the future, as a result of this great month. One other update I wanted to include, in the Schneider report, to walk on, agenda. We have a use of, facility, actually a use of banner from the Merchant School. They are looking to put up a banner to get the word out for kids for preschool and kindergarten. So they're looking to put this banner up in the market as far as possible, and then getting involved in the public events that you come in. They're using and boarding who knows the requirements of the proper events or whatever, so we don't have the situation. But I will pass this around and then welcome this to the council that we approve this.
I think that's a little late. Sure. Transparent. Any questions? Well, you all also agree. So, sorry to get but actually, we are down to 6 residential properties. 4 month. We have 2. We have the 6th one. I will have a resolution for payment of bills this evening. In the amounts of $2,300,000. It doesn't include implementation. $5,020,50 to payment county. Here, we also have a number of cleanup items, so there's percentage in that. Canceling balances, budget. So, grants, extended that we did add one section for the better to begin. And finally, we have 3 resolutions, ordinances, 2 ordinances. One is on the sewers, adjustment for the sewer rate in some years. We need to adjust that because actually we had negative for the first time in a while, and so we need to do something consultancy season forward from that shared services. And finally, the annual is to exceed this appropriation. Questions?
Just to find out the better section as of this time. Do you have any correspondence going on?
Well, I'm still.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yeah, but
They just extended it. We didn't know very much.
Some of the no questions. Sorry, thank you very much. Move to the close.
Very good. This is like that tomorrow. Everything else will be in the back. Sure.
Community development.
We did meet with, Chairman Jacob and the Colonel from the Business Association, last week to go over, some of the points for the quarterly meeting. ways that we can improve collaboration and communication between the borough and the businesses. We have some great plans coming up, for the near future, ways to improve overall housing and coming to communicate with everybody to reduce for those borough and the my calendar is out for the year, it's more next year, it's not, it's online, we'll be on the website tomorrow. Our energy portable is starting to see some residential use, we've gotten our first zoning applications and requests for inspection through the system, that's really positive. Every inspection, beginning of the year has been scheduled and gone through online. For more improvement, we had a audit, from the EPA, kind of for the construction department, which requires applying colors. And a lot of that was given from to the NCL system, and has also set it up for new permitting rules that are going to be in effect by December. Or a very good case for it because we upgraded to the system and can make everything a lot smoother, for the new requirements. Oh, and we have some more events.
Well,
Oh, volunteer night. The community round is March 22nd, we're gonna quite a few groups already on board, they're gonna come out and be there for residents and, to come out and learn more about what they do and how they can get involved with the organizations in the town, events coming up. So spread the word and come out and we're going to be doing them. And we'll be there on every year as well.
Great, this information in SPL, refer to the code enforcement inspections, and some code official inspections. It's a great tool, to be able to run reports in the back end to see exactly how well we're doing and responding and scheduling these things in a timely manner. So I would encourage council, to work with Rebecca to get access to it, so you can run reports when we come to council meetings, if there are issues, or before we come to council meetings. You see trends and issues at that point, prior to them becoming angry residents showing up at council meetings, or at Mrs. Brown. Okay, thank you very much. Nothing to get over this evening. The old business is going to be moved to the 227 meeting for Mr. Strada. New business, we have a couple of different matters. First is use of facility for St. Peter's School Race for Education. Do I have a motion for moving this? I don't know if everybody's okay with that. I guess we can. As well as this, we use of facility for the about what happened. Yeah. Here. Here, there has been approved by all borough officials. So A, B, and C, use facility safety, school race for education, use facility for official authority, village for mamas, and use facility for company and fire company. First, Bill, all in favor? Opposed? We have 4 junior firefighters. They're here. Those are and as well. Well, that's all right. There's some things to take from. We have who's submitting those to approval this evening? Roger. They've all had background check. We'll submit them. Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Thank you. We have 4 or 5 resolutions. Everybody okay that we read 5 and he's still moving 34. And just in case, that's due on March 3rd, so I figured we'd take action tonight. It's just all for us. Not any specific project. Everyone else is good. Okay. Well, resolutions to be read by consent agenda. Resolution 2330, authorization to cancel grant balance. Resolution 2331, authorization to cancel open contract balances. Resolution 2332, adding tax exemption. Resolution 2333, cancel escrow balances from outstanding accounts. And resolution 2334, authorization to submit project description form 2023 CD funding. Do I have a motion? First, Mr. Mr. Kern, second, Mr. Sparrow, roll call, please.
Gerald.
Aye.
Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Mr. Morales. Yes. Mr. Carnell.
Yes.
Mr. Sparrow.
Yes.
Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. We have two ordinances that we kind of discussed earlier to introduce this evening. The first reading, they will be, up for public hearing and adoption on March 13th meeting. The first ordinance is 23-04, amending chapter 70 sewers. Do I have a motion? So I have a motion by Mr. Kerner, second, Ms. Morales. Any discussion of the introduction? Hearing none, roll call please.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Lynn.
Yes.
Morales. Yes. Carnell.
Yes.
Brazil.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes. Thank you very much. Second is the introduction of ordinance 2305, ordinance to exceed municipal budget appropriations limit, establish a cap bank. I read a motion. So first, Mr. Turner, second, Mr. Fitzgerald, roll call please.
Fitzgerald. Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Mr. Morales. Yes. Mr. Carnell.
Yes.
Brazil. Mr. Wilson.
Yes. Thank you very much, council. As I noted, those are the public hearing and adoption of March 13th. Financial reports, Mr. Crown, at the time I move the resolution, they came to this. All right, and then first, Mr. Crown, second, Mr. Sparrow, roll call, please.
Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Mr. Morales. Mr. Carnell.
Yes.
Mr. Brazil. Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Any announcements? Bill Swoop was. Anyway, anything else? Any announcements? Happy Valentine's Day, of course. We do, unfortunately, have to go in private session for a matter of litigation discussion this evening. And I do not anticipate the board not to take any action coming out of the session. So, the motion to review. So, Mr. Wood, first, second, Mr. Thomas, roll call.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Mr. Lynn. Yes. Mr. Carnell. Mr. Brazil.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Thank you very much. Close the, general meeting. Move into public.